Guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. So by the title of this video and the look of this video, you guys should know by now you have a bomb video coming for you. Today I am showing you guys how to get this really gorgeous rosy bronzy flawless look that is perfect for any occasion, and it's a look that I just kind of wanted to do. But most importantly in this video, guys, we are using a new foundation that launched today, August 1st, almost Virgo season. It is Urban Decay's new Stay Naked Foundation. It's what I have on my skin right now. And I'm super excited to be working with Urban Decay in this video to show you guys all about this foundation, show you how it goes on, and talk to you guys about why I love it and why you should check it out. In addition to this foundation, they also launched a new concealer, and it's what I have on with a look. If you're someone like me who has struggled in the past or even now with finding the right foundation that matches your skin, has the right undertone, and so on, you're definitely going to love this. I recommend watching the entire video because I really break it down how they have made this foundation so unique and so different than anything really out there. I really think you guys are gonna relate to this foundation. It is so breathable, it's super lightweight, feels comfortable, it covers. I mean, you guys, I have hella freckles. I have hella little manchitas and spots on me. You know, so when it comes to foundations, I look for coverage. I look for the longevity of a foundation. I don't wanna touch up. I don't wanna touch my face after I leave the house. And I mean, this has been on now for like a few hours and it looks literally incredible. So I hope you guys are excited about it. If you guys are, be sure to continue watching. And before you guys leave, as always, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And as always, be sure to leave me a nice little comment down below. Send me some love and some of your thoughts on this look as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. We're gonna go in and start off by doing my eye makeup. I went ahead and did one eye off camera. So I kind of like to always practice when I'm playing with like different colors that's outside of neutral because, you know, things can go south. So to be safe, I like to do one eye, test it out, make sure I love the colors, the placement, and that way we go in here and it's not, you know, a disaster. So I went ahead and already primed my eyelid off camera, and I'm now gonna go in with the Persona Color Theory Pink Palette. I'm gonna take in the blush shade first and just apply that all over the eyelid. Just kind of sets everything. It does have a little bit of a pinky tone to it, so I feel like this is a nice background shade to just kind of tap in there. So next I'm gonna tap into the shade Taupe Pink. And I'm pretty much gonna be applying this all over the eyelid. It's kind of like the main shade you guys see on there. Starting in the middle of the eye, I'm just gonna work this to the inner corner and then now the outer corner of the eye. And for this shade, it's really like a buffed out look. So just kind of blend it out, work it in the middle first, as you guys saw, and then from there, just kind of work it to the outer corner of the crease. So now I'm gonna go in with the smaller brush and I'm gonna tap again into taupe, but then also pick up a little bit of the pink shade. Because it is smaller, it's gonna get in those more harder to reach areas. So I'm gonna start this right, like literally in the crease. I'm now gonna go in with the shade Blush again, but now I'm gonna go in with the flat brush. So instead of cutting the crease like I normally do, because I want this to be like a softer kind of eye, I'm just simply gonna tap over what I have and let the shade that's on the lid kind of blend nicely into the crease. So next I'm gonna go in with the burgundy shade. I'm gonna be applying this pretty much along my lash line. It's gonna be like the main wing to the eye. So what I'm gonna do is start off by tapping this right on the lash line area first. And then I'm gonna lightly flick it out. This isn't gonna be the final wing, but this is just kind of a guide. Now I'm gonna go ahead and wet the brush with my all night setting spray and work as close as I can to the lash line so that it kind of mimics the appearance of a liquid liner. I don't have a burgundy liquid liner, so this is like the closest thing I can do to make it look like that. And then now I'm gonna go back in with that same brush and I'm just going to tap over the burgundy shadow just to lightly blend it out. Now I'm gonna use the angle brush and go right by the wing to just lightly define it out a little more. And then now I'm gonna tap into the fuchsia shade and a little bit of the burgundy together. And I'm gonna go right over the line and just lightly tap on top. This is gonna give it that really nice smoky effect, but also add a little bit more fuchsia in there, make it a little bit more pink. That is a fierce eye. I love it. So next I'm gonna tap into adding a little bit of an inner corner highlight, and I'm gonna go in with this highlight from Pure Cosmetics. It's the Pure X Barbie Highlight in the shade Dream Glow. Really pretty. There's 3 shades in here. So I'm gonna go into the light pink shade. I think it matches perfectly and it gives me that wow factor on the inner corner of the eye. So I'm picking it up with a very small brush and I'm just going to tap it right on the inner corner. There we go, I love it. So finishing off these eyes with some mascara and lashes, I'm gonna go in with the Mercier Caviar mascara and plump my lashes up. And then lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and top off my eyes with the Lilly lashes in the style So Extra Miami. I've already added the adhesive on there, and I'm now just gonna go ahead and pop them on close as I can to my lash line. So I love this style because it is so fluffy and so full. But I love that they're wispy towards the end. So I went ahead and backed up the camera so we can get a full picture of how the eyes look. They look really nice and cute, but it's gonna get better because as you guys know, next up we're getting into my complexion. This is my favorite part of my makeup routine, is when I apply my foundation and concealer. I feel when that happens, I'm alive, I'm back, I'm here, it's me. I have always been into foundation my whole life. Growing up, we don't talk about those days anymore, but back in the day, there wasn't that many foundations. There was like 10 shades max, maybe one undertone, and I went through it back in the day. Thankfully now, guys, there are these brands really taking diversity into consideration to be more inclusive. They are really listening to customers and really understanding that we do not all come in just one color and one undertone. And that's something special about today's video, is that Urban Decay launched a new foundation, which is the Stay Naked foundation. And this foundation is unlike many foundations out there. They have launched 50 shades in this collection. These 50 shades though come with different undertones and different master tones, and of course different intensities in the foundations. So let me break it down to you guys, because this is very important to know, especially if you're someone that has struggled with finding the right shade. So they have launched in this foundation, guys, 50 shades, 10 different shade intensities. So we have 10 through 90, going from ultra fair to ultra deep. They have 3 different master tones. They have C for cool, N for neutrals, and W for warms, and then the undertones. They have 7 different undertones in this. So we have pink, blue, green, neutral, yellow, orange, red. So there is for sure a color for you guys out there. Something too that they did with this foundation too is they did a campaign around this, and everyone they worked in this campaign is so unique, so different from their backgrounds or heritage, the way they look, the way their skin is. Everyone is so different, but they have a color for each of these beauties, and I love that about this. I'm excited to show you guys how this foundation goes on, tell you more about it, but I'm also excited to let you guys know too that they also launched a concealer. So this is the Stay Naked concealer. So this little duo right here is amazing, lasts for 24 hours, full coverage, has a real life matte finish on the skin. You guys know me, I'm on the drier side, so I can't be too matte. I need something that still looks like skin, and that's what that does for you. I'm excited to show you guys how it goes on and tell you more about it. So let's get into it. I picked the shade 50WY. So 50 is going to be in the medium tone, and then the W stands for warm for anyone in the green olive tones, and then the Y is for yellow because I do pull a lot of yellow in my skin. I always struggle with finding a foundation that has a yellow undertone. Sometimes I have to mix two, sometimes I have to even go darker. I feel like I'm in that like kind of awkward complexion, and I'm sure if anyone's in my color range, you can definitely agree with that. When you are in the medium and light in between, we come across the problem of not finding something that matches identically to our skin. It's either gonna pull very pink or very golden, and for me, I prefer to just go more golden, lighten it up with some concealer. This, however, match perfectly to the T on my skin. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this on with my finger first so you can see it's really nice. It does not oxidize because I cannot be having something changing tones on me or, you know, turning different. And now I'm gonna go in with the kabuki brush and just work the product around. So as I mentioned to you guys, this is a 24-hour wear foundation, medium to full coverage finish. It's definitely really buildable. I've been using it and it does cover quite a lot. I mean, look at the coverage, first and foremost, is amazing. Feels very weightless, very comfortable once it's on, and I love that, again, it still gives me a skin-like finish. There we have it. Look how good that looks, guys. We have not touched my under eyes yet, which they look kind of a little red right now, so I cannot wait to even that out, but you can see it still looks really nice. It matches perfectly, which is like unheard of for me. So now that this is on, I'm gonna go into under eye concealing and brightening. So I actually have 2 shades that I got, and the reason that is because on days where I want extra brightening or highlighting, I like going in with a little bit of a lighter shade, and then on days where I need to spot conceal or I just need to even out my skin without necessarily wearing a foundation, I grabbed actually the matching one that goes with the foundation for that reason. So today I do want to look brighter. I want my under eyes to just pop and look really nice and radiant, and of course brighter. So I'm gonna go with the shade 30NN. So this is perfect for me because I now don't necessarily want it too yellow under here. If you go yellow underneath of your eyes, it's gonna actually end up making this area look gray, especially if you have any kind of dark circles. So for that reason, I like to go a little bit neutral. And then if you're somebody who does have those really darker under eyes and you just can't find a concealer, the undertone is gonna play a really, really big role. So I recommend going with something that's a little bit more on the warmer, peachier side. So I'm gonna start this right underneath of the eye, and you can see, guys, I like going bright. I prefer a brighter under eye. I think it just looks better with me. Always like to brighten everything up, target the areas that I want to just come forward, which is under eyes, bridge of my nose, around the sides, and then my lip, and then so on. You know, I feel like it's all just a preference and based on like your liking. Through the years of wearing foundation, this really enhances my features and brings kind of everything out. On days where I didn't conceal back in the day, I don't know how long that's been, but I felt like there was something missing in my makeup, and I couldn't figure it out until I started to play with concealer and really realized that not only is it going to conceal, but it does bring things forward. It brings all those features out. So since then, I've been obsessed. I'm gonna go ahead and start blending it out with my beauty blender and just kind of tapping over. Look how nice that looks. It literally blends out so nicely. It's not lifting off either. This coverage, sheesh. As I said to you guys, I don't really have dark circles, but I do have freckles. So for me, my biggest concern is always my freckles. Are they coming through? Are they covered? So I love that it covers up my freckles. I feel like when I go for any kind of full glam looks, I like my freckles completely gone. But on days where I'm going for a more softer, natural look, trust me, I love my freckles. I embrace them now. When I was younger, I actually did not like them at all. You know, I always was like, dang, I don't like them. Why do I have this? I felt like they look like little manchitas, you know? And manchitas are pretty much like dark spots. That's how I felt they looked on me. And, you know, growing up, it's like you don't really see anybody with, you know, with freckles. And it wasn't until I got older that I started to realize really how pretty they are. But now that I'm older, I actually really like them. Obviously not for like full glam looks, like I'm talking more natural stuff, but I like them now and I actually don't mind them. And you know, I feel like as I've gotten older too, I love even not wearing makeup sometimes. Like I prefer my no makeup looks, which again, I could have done that today, but I wanted to give you guys like a glam look so you can see the full potential of how great this foundation and concealer work. What I like now that I've gotten older and just more confident and comfortable in my own skin is the fact that I have the ability to embrace wearing it or not wearing it. Now I'm buffing up that concealer and blending it out to just kind of even out this area so that it looks nice and clean. And another thing about this foundation too that is important to know is that it doesn't move once it's on. It just kind of stays there, but in the most natural way possible. Like, you know, some foundations or concealers, once it touches on the skin, it just like stays and like sinks in, and then everything just looks dry and weird. And you know, it's not the finish you want. This looks honestly so good. It looks like I'm just wearing like, you know, one pump, that's it. Very soft, looks so good. I went ahead and set just my T-zone area off camera, and to be honest with you, I really didn't need to. I just kind of did a little bit under my eyes because my skin is on the drier side, so I prefer not to do too much powder. I like powder, but sometimes, you know, I can do a little too much. So I love that I didn't have to do that, and it's just literally right here. So next, let's go ahead and get into some bronzing. So I'm gonna go in with another Urban Decay product, and this is their Beach Bronzer in the shade Bronze. It's a beautiful bronzer. I actually had this when it first came out, and then I think like about a year ago, it became like a permanent product, but it is a beautiful bronzer. So I'm gonna start off by getting like a large brush and just kind of dusting this across my face to give me like a really nice sun-kissed look. And I'm just gonna work this like around, and then from there I'm just gonna go ahead and now work it down into my cheek area. Because I'm not doing like a contour look, I'm just really dusting this to create again that sun-kissed look that looks effortless and just hits the cheeks in the right areas. I'm gonna take that bronzer and work it down the side of my nose to do a little bit of nose contouring, just like very light, and then a little bit on the tip. So next I'm gonna go in with this blush from Urban Decay. It's called Video, and I decided to go with this shade because it does go more with the eye colors I decided to go with today. So it's on the rosy mauve kind of tones, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this right on the apples. So just lightly blend it into the bronzer. Do any of you guys apply blush on your nose? I heard that's a thing. Who started that? I like cannot. I don't know what it is, but let me know if you guys do it and if you like it and why you like it. So before I apply some highlight on my skin, I'm gonna spray it down with the All Nighter setting spray. This is my absolute favorite setting spray. You guys should know this by now, but this is the summer scent, and it smells literally like an island. This allows your makeup to last for hours, sets everything. You can go in a pool, go swimming, you're fine. Like, life is fine when you apply this on. And then for highlight, I'm gonna go in with this one from Milk Cosmetics. This has been through life with me, and it's actually broken, but I will not get rid of it because I love it so much. So I'm just gonna apply this on to like the high points of my face, like right here, a little bit up here, a little on the nose, and that's it. Just gonna now grab a small pencil brush and just go down the bridge of my nose. I used to go in with a really wide brush, but once I learned how to apply this on with a smaller brush, I find it to actually like make the nose look snatched. See the difference it is? Ooh. All right, so lastly, I'm gonna go to finish off my under eyes. I'm gonna go back in with my Persona palette, picking up a little bit of taupe and pink together. And I was trying to decide, do I wanna make this smoky? Do I wanna keep this light? And I think light would be the best way to go. So for that reason, I'm just kind of mixing both those shades and just, you know, applying a little bit of color underneath the eye. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of the Urban Decay Whiskey Eyeliner right to the waterline. Look at the difference eyeliner does. I feel like it makes up my eye pop a lot more. I go like along the lash line and then lightly into like the tear duct, and it just like. So lastly, for my lips, I'm gonna go in with a really pretty brownish glossy lip. So I'm mixing 3 colors today, and 2 of them are just lip liners and 1 is a gloss, and these are all from Alamar Cosmetics. So one of them, so the first color I'm gonna go in with is called Dulce, and this is a really gorgeous like light brown type of shade. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill in almost most of my lip with this color. I'm gonna go in with this small brush from Sigma to just lightly smooth it out. So next I'm gonna go in with the second lip liner, which is called Coqueta, and it's a dark brown lip liner. And I'm gonna pretty much apply this to the outer corners of my lip and lightly buff it into the first lip liner. Chola lips, chola lips. Lastly, I'm gonna go in and apply some gloss onto the lips, which I feel is what's really going to make the lips pop and come together. So this one is in the shade Coqueta, and it's also part of her new lip collection. That is so gorgeous. All right, there we got it. And for good luck, we're gonna do 1 or 2 more sprays of the setting spray just to make sure that we are good to go. That concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this whole look and what I created. If you guys are, I would love to hear your thoughts on it, how it's working for you and how you are enjoying it. I know for me, it's definitely gonna be staying in my top favorites because I'm very, very picky when it comes to finishes, coverage, undertones, all that, especially with foundation and concealer. So I'm happy that I found something in the Urban Decay foundation line, and I'm excited to incorporate it in more looks. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys in my next video.